Being a proud owner of the Dark Ether camo, well, kind of having the Dark Ether camo legitimately unlocked, I have compiled the top 5 worst guns that were just a terrible experience to get gold or even diamond, or even if you want to just call it Dark Ether. Now, this is my personal list. Obviously, you, the viewer, might have different experiences, or you might not have even done these guns yet. So I'm just kind of in advance telling you how honestly it felt and how they feel and how poo-poo they are, because they're pretty bad. Honestly, like at least 3 or even the last 2 are honestly one of the worst guns that you could probably try to get gold or even diamond. Now, I tried to stay away from specifically staying to one area. So for example, I'm not having the list consisting of only snipers or only rocket launchers or let's say ARs. I specifically tried to concentrate on different weapons from each of the groups. Obviously, I won't have every single group in this video since it's the top 5 and there's at least 9 groups to get basically fully golded and diamonded before you get Dark Ether, even though there is a little glitch. Before we fully get into it, I just want to wish you all a happy new year. Literally, I'm filming this on the 31st and I'm hoping to upload it today as well. So this is the last day of 2020. 2020 has been a pretty bad year, but in relation to YouTube, it has been insane for me. So thank you all so much. You are basically amazing. The main reason I'm still like at least doing YouTube and really enjoying some of the things in it. Also, we have a Discord server if you would like to join it. The link is down in the description. There's like 200 members in it, so you could find maybe some new people to play with zombies and stuff like that. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to be going from 5 to 1. Essentially, the 5th weapon is kind of not the worst and number 1 is obviously the worst. I kind of changed up the list as I was trying to get clips for this video because honestly these weapons have been kind of better and worse. So in 5th place is the Type 63. Honestly, this isn't the worst gun. You won't really struggle with getting it, but from my experience with the Type 63, which is a tactical AR, honestly it just sucked for me with the experience. Any gun that I had to basically, you know, not hold down the trigger and kill a bunch of zombies and I had to continuously tap. Since I upgraded to the PS5 with the adaptive triggers, and even when you can turn off the adaptive triggers, it just really hurt my fingers essentially, and it was just really annoying. And it got to the point where even if it didn't hurt after I turned off the adaptive triggers, there was still some resistance in there, but it just wasn't a fun weapon to use. Honestly, the critical kills kind of sucked on it. You know, you could abuse the aim in and aim out ability on controller, PC, you know, obviously go on flat surfaces. If you want any kind of guides on these weapons, I've made videos on most of these apart from ARs, which we will get into a while. A little bit of a spoiler for number 4. But yeah, the Type 63 and even the other gun in tactical ARs, oh my god, it's gone out of my head, but basically the other one just weren't really fun to use. I honestly did not enjoy tactical ARs in general, so this is just my personal preference. Obviously, you could probably struggle more with a different sniper, let's say, or even a different weapon in general, but we will get to that shortly. So that's number 5. Number 4 is the FFAR. Now, I don't have the FFAR gold yet, which is, you know, oh, Philly, you're cheating. Honestly, I'm having one of the worst experiences with the FFAR. FFAR just sucks. It has a terrible recoil. Oh my god, when I shoot this gun, the gun just freaking flies up. And I know you can change that with attachments, and I try to put on the best attachments that I think are personally my favorite, and I do kind of have the gun nearly fully leveled up, but oh boy, it just sucks. It's not a good gun. And the worst thing about this weapon is the ammo. No matter what you do, you have the tiniest amount. You will be going to buy ammo literally a billion times in one game if you're trying to get this bad boy gold. It is horrendously difficult. It's just continuously me going buy ammo. Yay, when you pack a punch, you get more bullets, you get more magazine, basically ammunition, but it still sucks. It's still pretty bad, and honestly, I just really don't enjoy using this weapon. It has an insane fire rate, which I guess is good, but with the critical kills, it's just gonna be a pain with that recoil, and I'm just not looking forward to it. But obviously I have to get through it, and I want to legitimately unlock Dark Ether as soon as I possibly can. On to number 3. This is going to be a pistol, and it is the revolver. Out of the pistols, in my opinion, this is the worst. Most people will agree, but there is a small percentage that also say that, you know, the revolver is pretty good. Now, honestly, when I was going for diamond or even gold camo for this pistol, I really did not enjoy it. Its damage was terrible. Sometimes when I was shooting zombies' heads, I was just getting hit markers or not even critical kills on them. It was just not a fun experience, and I didn't use dual wield as I am using it in this clip, because obviously critical kills is easier when you can aim in and aim out, but it just sucks. It's a bad weapon in my opinion. It still is, even like nearly halfway through season 1, and I just honestly don't recommend it to anyone. If you're obviously going for camos, then do it, but I don't recommend spawning in with this weapon. It's just not a fun experience, and obviously, you know, the field upgrade Ring of Fire can make it slightly better, but it doesn't. It's difficult to get the critical kills, and in general the challenges kind of sucked with it. The damage is not good, and I know I'm repeating myself, but that's literally all I can say about the revolver. Aside from that, the pistols weren't the worst. It was just the revolver, and I guess the Diamatti kind of sucked, but the 1911 is pretty good if you're looking for pistols. Pistols weren't difficult, but it's just the revolver. I just didn't enjoy the revolver in general. And now on to the last two weapons that I had to change up. If you were to tell me to make a top 5 list, obviously I don't think I would have included the other weapons, but I would have definitely added one weapon to number 1 being the worst possible weapon to get gold in zombies as of Cold War, and that would have been the Thumper M79 grenade launcher, noob tube, whatever you want to call it. That was the worst weapon, and you want to know why? Because you had to get 5 or more kills 750 times, which was insane. Not only does the gun deal barely any damage, but 750 times 5 or more. The worst part about this challenge was that 5 or more, so you could have gotten 6 kills, you could have gotten 20 kills. That would have only counted as 5 or more, which was horrible. Obviously now they changed it to only 50 times, which isn't the worst, but it still sucks, and that's going to have to take my second place in the top 5. Now I would have put it on number 1, but aside from that, I guess if you have the Ring of Fire, it's not the worst weapon. I hate it, I really don't like it, but when I went to record the clips, another gun was just much worse, and I just had so much more to say about it, but it just sucked. The M79, honestly I could have put it on number 1 with the other gun, but I just put it number 2. If you're going for gold or diamond, you're gonna not have a fun experience with this weapon. Some people like it, some people hate it, but if you did it all the way back when this stupid challenge was out, oh my god. And on top of that, you have to get 20 or more kills without getting hit, which, you know, it counts if you get hit yourself. Essentially, this gun is going to be fun to use if they ever release PhD Flopper. Fingers crossed they do. And number one spot for the worst weapon, and a lot of people can agree, the M82 or the 50 cal sniper rifle. This gun sucks. See, the first time I did the sniper rifle camos, I did not have a bad experience with this gun. I actually enjoyed using it. Whenever people were telling me how did I get the sniper gold, I said that I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it because you could nearly deal 1 million damage, and it's not a bad weapon to, let's say, use on the elites to get the elite kills. But god, the ADS is horrible, fire rate is super slow, which is horrible, ammo is poo-poo, and on top of that, the recoil is also terrible. So when you shoot, you will be aiming up into the sky if you're aiming downside, which most of the time you will be because you're trying to get the critical kills. This gun just sucks. Sniper rifles in general are very bad weapons in Cold War. In my opinion, in Cold War in general, not even zombies, even like multiplayer, they suck because of the ADS. Aside from that, they don't deal a lot of damage base without any good attachments. So let's say you're playing multiplayer, you're not going to be doing as much damage as you would with better attachments. It's not the same in zombies, but the ammo on it sucks. Yes, you could add attachments, but let's say you don't have this best ammo equipment unlocked yet, you will be stuck with a very little amount of ammunition, and you will not have a fun time with this gun. I don't know how I got through it. I actually do not remember even getting these done, because when I was working on these snipers, it was around the time when the double XP was really broken, so I leveled up all my snipers super fast and I just got them done. I just don't remember. It's out of my head. Going back today to use this weapon, I just couldn't even go far in the game. I just gave up. I was like, yep, nope, I'm done. This is enough for a clip for this video. It's just a very bad gun. But that's going to be for the video. Again, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year. This was kind of fun to make a top 5 tier list. I don't think this has been done yet, but if it has, this is kind of the Phil Z tier list of top 5 worst guns to get gold, or whatever else you want to say. I might be doing a top 5 best guns, or just most fun to get diamond or gold or dark ether, whatever you want to call it. But aside from that, again, that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for an insane year, and I hope 2021 will be better for all of us. But as of now 2020 is really just not being nice to some people, especially towards the end of the year. And it's crazy that 1 year was just being this bad. But yeah, okay, that's it for the video. Thank you all so much. Happy New Year. See you all in the next one.